Hi, and thanks for joining me. And in this video, we're going to talk about the ability to insert building blocks into your Google Docs. And one specific building block I'm looking at today is the review tracker. Let's say, for instance, you're updating processes or documents inside your organization, and you need several people throughout the process to review before it goes to your board, for instance. So here I go to the Insert menu, Building Blocks, and Review Tracker. And in this case, we're going to insert a couple of reviewers along the process. Not only I have 3 here, but if you had more or less, you could remove any of these rows and put in the number of your reviewers that you need. Here, I'm going to put in Jane Doe as one reviewer, John Smith, and Janet Jones. And we're going to mark all these as not started. And of course, along the process, you do need to make sure that you click the sharing settings and share this document with each of these users and give them edit access if they need it. But along the process, let's say, for instance, Jane is in the progress of reviewing this document and she's leaving notes. And we leave a note here for John. And so that I know that John gets that, I could just highlight this comment and click the Add Comment button and put at john.smith@sandlights.org, and that will tag him, and we can assign that to John. Click Assign, and then it's on to the next person in review. And then as each of these people reviews, they can mark it in progress, under review, or approved. And then you have a nice review process. Now this is a little bit different in contrast to, say, for instance, the ability to add approvals. If you go to the File menu and you check Approvals, then you can set up a request for someone to approve this document. So for instance, if I hit Make a Request, then I can add an approver and leave a message for them and then a due date, which is a little bit more detailed than the review tracker. But in this case, you would put in the email address of the user that needs to approve this, along with a message. As I said, you can add a due date. And then you can allow the approvers to edit the file, and you can lock the file before sending the approval request so that it's not edited or changed. But once you have the request set up, then you can send the request on to the next user. This is a little bit more detailed, as I said, but depending on what your needs are, you can either use the review tracker from the building blocks and add notes in the field here, as you see, which means it's always at the top, or you can set up a number of users in the approval request option over in the sidebar. So hopefully this gives you some options as you go through your processes of updating and approving different tasks and documents in your organization. And if you have questions about this, please join me on my website at www.techycoach.com or catch me on YouTube. Thanks for joining me.